So let's go through a couple of these pages here and look at what's going on. I'd like to skip over to this page right here. This is an important page. Notice all the red X's and all the green check boxes. One thing that we do is we help you turn all those red X's into green check marks. We want this entire page to be covered in green check marks. Now notice that there's hundreds of different places out there that Google pulls from. They pull from category-specific listings. Category-specific would be if you are a chiropractor, there's different sites out there that reference the different chiropractors in the area. We want to make sure that you have a basic listing, a business profile on there, and any information that they are asking for on those specific category-specific sites, we want to make sure your business is listed there. Directory assistance, local search, regional directories. Regional directories would be, if you're in the, Delaware area, you want to make sure that those regional directories are referencing your business and your website. Social networking sites, category specific again, directory assistance. So let's take a look here. What I would do is if I was talking to this business, and I would cover, where they're doing well. They're obviously doing well on Yahoo Local. They have 4 check marks all the way across. They're doing well on HelloSanDiego.com. This is a San Diego regional directory. They're doing well on Yelp.com. They're doing well on Super Pages. They're doing well on several pages out there. But where they're not doing well is, for example, Wellness.com. So that's a category specific. Their business is not listed there. They're not doing well on LAOK. That's a regional directory. Facebook, they're lacking there on that social network. FindUniverse.com. Again, that's another category-specific page. ChurroWeb.net. So what we would do is go down to these business profiles and add a full business profile to all of these different directories out there and local search sites to help with your rankings.
And Nick, this is where a lot of businesses fall short because you see some of these that have green check marks all the way across, which means they're putting in a lot of information, almost all the information, and then the red check marks, you see they might be filling in their citations, which is their business name, their address, their website, URL address, and then their phone number, but they're leaving out the meat, and that's what we kind of help businesses do is kind of fill in and give these listings the proper meat so that Google can actually pull from that and actually get them that higher ranking.
Yeah, and it shows you right over here, basic listing by Bing, featured listings by yellowpages.com, but there's a couple things that are missing in there that we can help you add to those listings. So if you think about it, Google Places, we just covered Google Places, and we shared with you a couple ways to kind of completely get all that meat and potatoes in your Google Places, but we're also talking about hundreds of other sites that Google pulls from that we help you get listed on. Not only listed with your name and your phone number, but an entire listing of all of the pertinent information regarding your account. The next page talks about reviews. These are some sites where they have reviews. The site rank for these reviews go like this. You have Yahoo Local. That's they're saying that's the most important. Yellowpages.com has a site rank at #1. Dex Knows a #2. Google Maps a #2, and then all the way on down, Frontier Pages has a site rank at #16. So they shows you your average ratings. This person has 14 ratings on Yahoo Local. They have 15 rankings on City Search. They have 24 ratings on Mojo Places. And ratings and reviews are again something that's huge. So a little bit more detail, but enough about that. If you'd like to find some information, we're going to share a website link across the bottom on how you can get this free 9-page X-ray analysis report to show where you're showing up, to have one of us go over this 9-page report, and we'll go from there. We'll put that listing across the bottom. As a matter of fact, it'll be showing as we're speaking right now, the web page to go to. The other thing is and we'll conclude with this and keep this kind of short. But the other thing is Google owns 2/3 of the market. But if you're out there buying a PC, what search engine site is automatically going to be loaded to your computer? So Google owns 2/3 of the search engine market. But what about Bing? Bing is owned by Microsoft. So if I type in San Diego dentist, they have what's similar to Google Places. It's called Bing's Business Portal. And if you can assume that on Google, the first beautiful smile dentistry right there in San Diego dentist, you can assume that if someone's going to Bing instead of Google, the first place on Bing is going to get 42% of the clicks as well. Now, Bing Business Portal, I've added a couple of our businesses that we work with to Bing's Business Portal. It's actually, there's a lot more steps to it, but it's actually a lot more, it's a lot more comprehensive. So another place that you want to make sure that your listing is listed is Bing's Business Portal. Now think about that. Microsoft sells millions of computers all the time. When you pull up San Diego dentist, the Bing Business Portal is going to show up as opposed to Google, unless you know how to change it to, unless you just go to google.com and you'd rather search from there. So they have 1/3 of the search market share. Doesn't it make sense to also be listed in Bing as well? So these are things you're probably not hearing out there. You may realize that, yeah, I need to be listed on Google Places. I also need to be listed on these 100+ sites. But if 1/3 of the computers out there are pulling up the Bing Business Portal, you also want to be listed on there as well. So anything additional that you want to cover, Mike, before we kind of cut this particular webinar short?
Yeah, I just want to, I would say the top 5 things that a company can do right now to really help out with their Google Places is, one, you definitely have to verify your listing. I mean, that is huge. It's very important, because if you're not going to verify it, it's not going to be as highly ranked as maybe one that is verified. Okay, the other one is citations. Make sure that your citations, your business name, address, email, phone number, and your URL address, all that basic information is consistent throughout. Make sure it's consistent. It's the same on Google Places as it is on your personal business your personal business website, as well as any other listing that you have out there on the internet. And then again, the meat of the Google Places. If Nick scrolls down, you'll see all that stuff that you're seeing right now. That's all the meat in there. That's what Google really builds upon when they put their when they put their A, B, C, D, E, and F listing up there. They see who has the meatiest and most valuable information to give the consumers. So that's the third one. The fourth one is reviews. And like Nick said earlier, reviews are huge. Google values reviews. If you're not doing reviews, you definitely need to start doing reviews. And again, Nick and I have ways to help you get more reviews out there. And again, it's not, there are companies that do some black hat tricks for reviews. We're actually talking about going to your customers and spinning it in a way where they will be more than willing and more than happy to give you a positive review. So we have ways that we can bring back, that you can bring back to your customers so you can get those reviews. And then the last thing is, talking about the black hat tricks, do not try and cheat Google. Do not keyword stuff. Do not try and give fake reviews and things like that. Be honest. Have integrity. This is your business, because Google can pick up black hat tricks. They can pick up, and they know when businesses are trying to beat the system. And what will happen is Google will kick you off, and it's going to be very hard to get your listing back in Google Places if Google says bye-bye because you did something that's unethical. So be honest. So those are the 5 things that I would like to add and kind of emphasize that we already talked about. But I think if you guys focus on those 5 things, you'll definitely start getting more exposure through Google Places.
Just kind of look at, Google puts a high emphasis on reviews. Now, if your competitor is ahead of you on Google Places and they have 189 reviews, you want to make sure that you double that. Now, there is a high emphasis on reviews, but look at this dentist right here has 5 reviews, and they're in the second slot. They're beating out the 139 reviews. What that tells me is they're also doing the other meat and potato stuff behind the scenes. So if you click on their places page, they probably have all of this information listed on there. So a couple of things that they could do is add some more photos and do a couple different things.
But also, like Nick scrolled down, you don't have to do it again, but I did notice with that listing, they had a lot of different backlinks, a lot of different mentions on other websites. So, again, that is very important. Like what Nick was saying earlier, if you're listed on other websites, Google's going to pick up on that.
And that's exactly what we help you to do. So, you can definitely do this stuff yourself. If you're not placed and your listing is not owner verified, that's the first thing that you want to do is just get your basic information in there. If you want to add some photos, if you want to add video, that's just the bare minimum. So you definitely want to do that on your own. We can help you with that, but we can also help you kind of get this completely modified, and we can also help you with those 100+ sites to get you listed on those sites. Now, with our client that we showed earlier, we are getting him listed on all those different sites, and that's why he's doing so well on all the different keywords that you would possibly type in for his area dentist. So that's it for today. Hopefully that helps you, bare minimum, get your own Google Places set up for your business. Again, if you'd like more information and if you'd like to get your 9-page analysis, visit the website that is showing across the screen at the moment, and you know how to get in contact with us. So have a great day, my friends, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.